Hi, standing here on Oraita's rooftop, just shortly before Rosh Hashanah. I wanted to take a chance to wish you a good and a sweet and a happy and a healthy year. On Rosh Hashanah, we're going to read of the Akedah of Yitzchak, the binding of Isaac. It's one of the strangest stories in the entire Torah. God comes to Abraham and tells him to take his only son, his beloved son, up on a mountain, and offer him up as a whole burnt offering. What is God asking of Abraham, and what is it that Abraham wants to do? Most of us think that, this is a tremendous sacrifice for Abraham to be willing to give up that which he holds most dear. Then when you stop to think about it, if God came to you and asked you something, it might be difficult, but if you really knew that God was asking you to do that, then of course you'd do your best to try and do it, as difficult as it might be. What's the big deal? But the truth is, if you look carefully at that story, it's not quite clear exactly what God is asking of Abraham. In fact, Rashi's super commentary on the Bible points out, Lo ne'emar shachtehu ela v'ha'alehu. God doesn't say to slaughter his son, he says offer him up. And afterwards, Abraham has 3 days to think about this before arriving at Mount Moriah, to the mountain that God will show him. What is it that Abraham's doing during those 3 days? Some of the commentaries suggest Abraham is struggling with exactly that question. What is it that God really wants of me? Does Hashem really want me to slaughter my son? Something that seems to go against everything I believe in? In fact, the Meshech Chachma of Meir Simcha of Dvinsk goes so far as to say that perhaps the test was for Abraham to understand that up until that time, a person had always sacrificed by dying for God. Judaism wanted to teach the world that the real challenge is how one lives for God. What is it really that Hashem wants of us? How do we make these choices? How do we figure out, in any given day and in every given moment, why we're here and what we're meant to be doing in that moment? Here at Oraita, we've spent the last couple of weeks, as the year's begun, with a new group of incredible students. And we've had a chance to be in touch with alumni from all across North America, England, South Africa, exploring exactly those same questions. And as we go into this new year, and we struggle with the questions that we have to struggle with, we take comfort in the fact that at the end of the day, if we ask ourselves those questions, if we struggle with what it is that Hashem really wants of us, if we can find for ourselves a certainty that whatever we choose to do, we believe that we're doing it for the right reasons, then ours will be the better for it. I want to wish you an incredible year, a sweet, a happy, and a healthy new year, full of dreams realized, nachas from your children, lots of good health, and we hope, Bezrat Hashem, one of these days, you'll come visit us, and we'll share a cup of coffee up here on the roof, overlooking the Temple Mount, walk down into the Beit Midrash, full of the sounds of boys studying and growing and learning. Bezrat Hashem, one day soon. Shana Tova.